Hello, I'm Bob the Pet Ferret and I run a gaming YouTube channel that has been going for 12 years, on and off. I've experienced middling levels of success and relaunched the channel a year ago after some time off, shifting my content direction in the process. And since this week is the anniversary of my channel, I wanted to make a short series of videos about what I've learned in those 12 years, why my success has been so middling, why I changed direction, and what comes next. Along the way, I hope to use my story as an example of what to do, and mostly what not to do. So let's start at the beginning. I visit some YouTube related subreddits from time to time and see a lot of the same questions floating around. What channel should I set up? What niche should I be in? I have no idea what content to make. I never had any of those concerns. After rediscovering my love of video games after university, I also discovered Let's Plays, which at the time were mostly just spilling out from the Something Awful forums, rather than the multi-million-dollar industry they've become for some people now. My reaction was, that seems like fun! So I did my research, found out what device I needed to record game footage, and got myself a headset for recording my voice. I decided to start off with Portal, a short game that allowed me to breeze through it and test out what I was doing. All was set for my glorious debut, and the 19th of February rolled around, and my channel released its first video, the beginning of a Portal Let's Play that was about to take the world by storm.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Play Portal. I'm Pet Ferret, and I have never done a Let's Play before, but they look fun, so I thought I'd give one a go. Okay.
Oh no. Turned out, I had no idea what I was doing. Let me break down exactly what went wrong here. First of all, I didn't know much about microphone placement, so that headset I bought had a fully adjustable microphone, and I got so worried about being too quiet that I decided to adjust the mic so it was right in front of my face. This is not a good idea, as can be heard in that original video. It captures every breath, and it causes every word to peak and become distorted, making it impossible to make out what I'm saying half the time. Problem number 2. I recorded my audio through Adobe Audition, which I had on my laptop at the time because of university. Audition is quite a resource-hungry application, so when you're running it on a crappy laptop, it tends to stutter quite a bit. That stuttering results in whole sections of stuff not being recorded. This is why the Let's Play features a lot of my commentary cutting out, and took forever to edit because all the commentary shifted away from the footage, and had to keep being cut and pushed back. I knew how to do this, but it was a long and painful process. I was also hilariously nervous. I've discussed my social anxiety on my video on Celeste a few months back, and this was at a time when it was at its worst, and boy does it show. My voice is shaky and I hesitate to say much. Not to say that I shouldn't have been nervous, because I think a lot of people probably feel uncomfortable if they're not used to being recorded, but it does make me question why I was so determined to get that out there. My feelings on that Let's Play now are clear. This should have been a test play. Recording something as short as Portal was a good idea, but uploading this disaster to the internet was not. I should have recorded it, discovered all the things that went wrong and gone, do you know what, this isn't going to work. But I've learnt, and I will do better next time. But no, this absolutely had to get onto the internet for some reason. What's worse is I didn't even really learn from this, as the opening parts of the next Let's Play, Okami, suffered from some of the same problems.
So, the problem with the last one was so now it's time to play something I haven't played before, and that game is... Okami! Yes!
But things did pick up over time, and I quickly got into a groove. Exactly when this happened I'm not sure, as the Sonic Let's Plays were a bit dull, but the Okami and Final Fantasy X-2 runs got progressively better. I got more confident with my commentary over time, and I did my best to fix my mic, although I still had no idea what good audio really was. You might argue that I still don't. And I was busy in my first year, starting no less than 10 Let's Plays. I also started early with Halloween and Christmas specials, as a special Fatal Frame playthrough and the original incarnation of the Advent Calendar all happened in this first year. Honestly, I can't even begin to look back at the first year in detail, because there is a lot of stuff. Arguably, it's probably not as bad as it looks, as the sheer number of videos was down to YouTube still having a strict 10-minute timeline on every video at the time. Even then though, it's still a lot. It's an interesting time to look back on too, because it's messy, but there's some definite signs of improvement as I progressed. It also saw the first appearance of channel fixtures like Uncharted and set up a lot of the foundation for where the channel would go in following years. I wouldn't recommend going back to watch a lot of this because it's aged poorly. The easy cap was low quality and my mic was horrible. Well, there's still a lot to learn from this time. Plus, one part of the Final Fantasy X-2 Let's Play continues to attract attention. Every time someone encounters an issue with a particular puzzle in the final dungeon, they tend to end up on my video of that section when looking up the solution. Seriously, I had a comment thanking me on that video in December. Yes, 2020. So that's fun. The first lesson is this: you won't be great to begin with. This is true for any creative endeavour, but it was especially true for me in that first year. I worked on those Let's Plays out of fun though, and I still pushed myself to still get stuff out regularly, and clearly tried to organise myself to keep a steady stream of content coming. It was hit and miss, but I learned a lot along the way. Plus I think it helped my confidence. Talking to myself in a microphone was a good way to shake off the nervousness that plagued my first videos, and while it took a lot more effort to tackle some of the root issues that caused problems with self-esteem and social anxiety, this was probably a good start on that journey. So if you're thinking of starting up a YouTube, don't fret over the quality. Mess around, experiment, do what feels right for you until you find something you're comfortable with. Your early videos will be terrible, but practice makes perfect. In some cases, it might take a year before you truly hit your stride. That's certainly what happened with me. Because, just over a year after I started, the first project I'm truly proud of landed. But more on that tomorrow. See you then.